Hello again, Dave here from Creative Guitar Lounge. Wanted to do a quick video today about a scale that I've always really kind of enjoyed. I kind of associate it a bit with Ritchie, Blackmore, and then obviously later on Yngwei, Malmsteen, and all the kind of, I feel like, neo-classical rock stuff. And it's I've always known it as the snake charmer scale. I think its proper Sunday name is the Phrygian Dominant Minor scale. It's also, I've heard it called the Hungarian minor scale. But I've always kind of thought of it as the snake charmer scale and have associated it a lot with Ritchie Blackmore from Deep Purple and Rainbow. I think actually now what he has done for a number of years is very, very kind of classical medieval music with sort of lutes and so on, and no drums, that sort of thing. So he's gone very, very medieval. But anyway, a lot of the stuff he did in Purple I really, really liked. So I wanted to I was playing around with this the other day, having remembered it, and just playing around with sort of pedal tones and this little scale. So I'll show you it briefly if you're not familiar with it. So if we're just in E, if we do some right on the open E string, we're going open E, F, G sharp, A flat, A, B, C, and then D and back to the root. But on the first two strings, that's what gives the scale to me its kind of characteristic sinuous kind of snake charmery kind of vibe. And what I was playing around with was using just basically that part of the scale over a sort of pedal tone, which again, if you take your E on the A string down here on the 7th fret, you've actually got an octave if you allow the E string, the bottom E, to ring out open. And that can be quite effective, especially if you do a bit of palm muting with this scale. So and you can do that if we're just looking at these kind of two note or two string riffs. You can kind of really do that anywhere. If we're in A, well, you can do it on the strings that allow you to have that open pedal tone. So if we do it in A and we take our A octave here, so we've got the open A string and then D string, 7th fret, and do the same thing here, you get a slightly higher kind of vibe, which is nice. So, we're going slightly out of tune on the A there. But to kind of get the idea, you can kind of endlessly play around with that, playing it against the kind of open string note. And also, I mean, anyway, if you just know where your root note is, here's another E here, for example, 5th fret B string. You can do some nice little kind of quite exotic. They've got a kind of sort of exotic, haven't they? Sound to them, those notes, that scale, that I really like. So you could basically throw that in, couldn't you, on any E minor chord that came along, or you know, if you're in A, you've got, you know, your what we were doing earlier. Just a fun little scale. So again, it's a root note. On the E string, we're just going open, 1, 4, A string, open, 2, 3, and then to finish the scale, it's just D and back to the root note. So yeah, just another little thing you can have fun with. A nice scale. So that is the Hungarian minor, or snake charmer scale, if you like. My mates and me used to just call it the Blackmore scale. So there you go. Have a listen to Deep Purple Mark II in particular for examples of that. And he used it a lot. I remember when they had a comeback album in '85. Went to see them on 4 of the gigs and actually got to meet most of them, except Ritchie Blackmore, typically. And that album, there's quite a lot of examples of him using that in riffs and in lead parts. So, you know, have a try of it and see what you can come up with. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you did, and you know, please, if you haven't subscribed yet, give us a little subscribe. Really helps everything out and helps me to keep doing this. And I'll see you in another video. Cheers for now. It's been Dave. Bye bye.